Welcome to Module 1, Don't Gaslight Yourself. You may not have heard the term medical gaslighting before, but if you are an endometriosis patient, I'm pretty sure you'll recognize it. Medical gaslighting is a minimization, dismissal, or misattribution of a patient's symptoms. It may sound like your period pain is a normal part of being a woman, or I'm sure you don't need anything stronger than Tylenol to deal with that. Or even a more direct, this is all just in your head. Here's a referral for a psychiatrist. Bias and assumptions on the part of your doctor only serve to create obstacles to you getting the care you need and deserve. If you are experiencing this now, it may be time to reevaluate if your care team is the right one. If you've moved on from a doctor like this, good for you. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. Now comes the tricky part. Sometimes we can gaslight ourselves, whether because we've had negativity spoken to us by our doctors, family, or friends, or simply because we exist in a productivity-minded society. It can be easy to fall into a thought spiral that sounds a lot like, maybe this isn't as bad as I think it is, and maybe if I just try blank, it will get better. But let me stop you right there and let you know that endometriosis is a systemic, full-body inflammatory medical condition. It is not a moral failing. There is no amount of trying harder that will magically dislodge lesions from where they have burrowed into your tissues. No amount of positive thinking will untangle organs that have fused together. If wishing made it so, none of us would be dealing with this. But, you might say, I've had dozens of scans and they all came back clear. This is the only time in the course I'm going to do this, and it's not to scare you, I promise, but simply for validating purposes only. I'll tell you my story. I had painful periods for 24 years. During that time, I went to the ER almost every year, was worked up by every specialist you can think of, spent countless hours and funds on trying the latest and greatest everything. Name a scan. I've had it, and it showed a perfectly normal result. But flash forward to my surgery at the age of 36. Endometriosis was everywhere. Bladder, ureters, appendix, colon, abdominal wall. My colon was adhered to my abdominal wall, rendering it practically immobile. That does not show up on a colonoscopy, but it does cause bowel problems, let me tell you. I also chose to have an elective hysterectomy with cervix removal, elective fallopian tube removal, and an elective appendectomy. All of these were presented to me as optional, but I knew they were necessary because of my level of suffering. I had to decide that I knew what was best for my body and release any thoughts or judgments that had been shared with me by others. An exercise I found particularly helpful to get over gaslighting was what I call the return to sender exercise. Close your eyes. Bring to mind the thought, belief, or statement that is upsetting to you. Can you remember who said it or suggested that to you? Bring them to mind, standing in front of you. Now look down and see that you are holding an envelope. It contains whatever those words were. They are tucked safely inside, and the envelope is sealed. The words can no longer get out. Take a deep breath and hand the envelope to the person you've imagined. Tell them, I am returning this envelope to sender. I do not need what it contains anymore. I am choosing to trust myself and my current care team to make the best decisions for me now. And then, this is very important, imagine taking a giant step back from this person. You need the space. Take a few deep breaths, and when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope that exercise made you feel lighter. Our next exercise is to create a power affirmation. This is a great follow-up to the return to sender exercise because now you can replace those negative beliefs with comforting, empowering statements instead. Affirmations often revolve around personal traits, belief systems, or positive thoughts. They are simple, declarative statements that may sound like, I am strong and I am capable. The universe is watching over me and keeping me safe. Or, I have prepared for this surgery, I know what to expect, and I am making the right choice for me, and I trust myself. Use the space provided in your workbook to come up with your own power affirmations. You can repeat them to yourself throughout the day or even write them down and hang them up around your recovery space. As long as the statement makes you feel good, you've done it right. Get going on that, and I'll see you in the next video.